Some companies really fall hard, and gamers truly fell from its golden graces. But they're burning their bridges as fast as possible and harming their customers in the process. But to say game.co.uk fell is like saying it's all an accident, it's just a mistake. I can assure you they're clearly doing this all on purpose and harming their customers in the process. And I'm going to show you with proof, and I'm sure you'll come to the same conclusion as me. Meaning they are choosing this approach over treating their customers with respect. Tons of complaints litter their Facebook page, which go by unanswered. Plenty of emails to get the most basic of basic requests resolved, and we're greeted with this message. Some, like myself, have wasted well over a month and still not received a single reply. They even cancelled my ticket without even responding or even acknowledging my issues. Not cool, game. Not cool. You may ask, why didn't me and the others facing issues simply pick up the phone and call game? Well, I assure you, I want nothing more than to speak to game. And I put money on it the other customers would jump at that chance if it was given. However, game and their infinite wisdom have decided to take away their phone number. Yes, total disregard for their customers. If you have an issue, well, fuck you, customers. You have two options. Either email, which will be ignored, or you can talk to a friendly but ultimately useless AI bot. I believe bots are answering their emails, but more on this later. I mean, let's look at this situation. Game is a huge company. This is not exactly a one-man show. So why all of these issues? Now, I'm going to tell you my story, what's directly happened to me and other people, but I can only tell it through my eyes. But I need to go back in time to tell you. It was June the 18th. Tomb Raider 1 to 3 Remastered had just been released digitally a few months prior, on Valentine's Day or Lara Croft's birthday. And I've enjoyed my time with the digital remasters and still have a long way to go. But I also wanted the Tomb Raider remasters on disc because I love physical media. I even ordered the deluxe edition. I wanted to do an unboxing for the channel on day 1. Well, day 2. Because even despite spending a hefty postage fee, they only ever send it the day after release, which kinda sucks. Now, I'm not one for pre-ordering, but unfortunately, on the 2 occasions I have, they were both from game, and they were both plagued with issues. More on the second issue later, which a lot of people are also complaining about. But yes, I pre-ordered the Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remasters. Everything was going okay, so I thought, until the release was delayed. So I popped onto games.co.uk to see my order was still good. When I was allowed to log in, I changed my password stupid amounts of times. Finally, weeks or months later, I finally got in. I just wanted to double check everything was in order. To my surprise, my order had completely vanished. I immediately looked for a phone number. I couldn't find one. I mean, I even looked on forums. I looked everywhere. Have you seen game.co.uk's phone number? At this point, I may even ask Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2 to see if he knows where it is. So I went to their website again. I must have made a mistake, so I went looking over the Contact Us page. Again, unfortunately for me and many other unhappy customers, the only options are, as I said earlier, AI bot or email. And we're always greeted with the same message, we're busier than normal, blah, blah, blah. I even rung up PayPal considering I paid for the Tomb Raider remasters with the PayPal credit, you know, the pay-in free. They confirmed that everything was fine, despite it had disappeared off my PayPal. Apparently that's fine, go figure. It clearly wasn't, and around a month before release, it started affecting my credit score. Nothing major, but when you take out new credit, your score takes a small little dip. Then once you repay, of course it rebounds and you get additional points. I'm using the PayPal service to solely improve my credit score. So I figured, okay, despite not getting a response, this is normal and I will be getting my game. Because that's normally what happens. They take a little bit, you know. Well, I was still being ignored, and by this point it was over a month. Despite sending tons of emails, I decided to look into the reasons why. I mean, I'm not getting any answers from game.co.uk. Recently, Game has decided to copy the Sports Direct website over, from my research anyway. But hold on, they made the biggest mistake of all. Guess what they did? They forgot to copy their customers' data over. You know, unimportant to game.co.uk, data like, I don't know, what the customers have actually purchased? A schoolboy error. But in fact, I don't think anyone would ever make that mistake, and Game just keeps on making them. I was having two issues pretty much at the same time. I knew none of this information at the start. My second issue, like many customers, is in pre-ordering the Silent Hill 2 remake. If you pre-order from Game, you get an exclusive steelbook, only if you pre-order. I'm not normally one for steelbooks, but hey, it's Silent Hill 2. According to many customers, they were handing these steelbooks out to non-pre-order customers when it's a pre-order bonus only. Well, I can confirm that because 3 different people that live in 3 different parts of the UK did not pre-order the game. They went in day 1, purchased Silent Hill 2. Here you go, steelbooks for everyone. They're supposed to be for pre-order customers only, because if that was the case, I would have not pre-ordered it. They sent me and others an email stating that the steelbook will be sent separately at a later date, not even a rough time frame. And I never received my steelbook. Game retailer really has chosen not to care about their customers and treat their customers like shit. For around 1 month, I tried to message game.co.uk and all I got was this stupid message from their own website. I have sent countless emails. It got so bad just before the release date for the physical release of Tomb Raider Remasters. I even went into the branch and they weren't much help. They told me to message them through their Facebook page, to which I did. I got absolutely no real answers until today, the 21st of October 2024, at the time of recording. So for over 1 month, radio silence, then stupid messages from the likes of this Daniel, who clearly doesn't seem to be able to grasp or handle more than one issue at a given time. I clearly stated to him, I have 2 issues here. I went all the way through. I went through my name, I went through all the numbers, I put it all there. I practically tied it up in a nice little pink little bow through him. This kept going on backwards and forwards through email and Facebook Messenger. I kept asking the same questions. They're a simple yes or no. Is my Tomb Raider remaster still coming to me? Yes, no. Well, we know the answer's no. Am I still getting my steelbook? And if so, when am I? They're not hard questions. It's not, 2 trains leave from London, 1 leaves from York. Which one's going to get to... It's not that. It's simple. All they got to do is take the information I've given them, put it into the fucking computer, tell me yay or nay. This kept going on for, I think, about a week. And massive delays. Even when they're there, this Daniel was there. You can see yourself the delays. Responded, minutes later... Where is Daniel? And then 24 hours, 40 hours, 4, 5 days, whatever, when I keep pestering them via email and Facebook, somebody, I think it was a Michelle, that got in touch, asked me, well, can you confirm your full names and your order thing? I said, it's up there. Well, you need to confirm it. I've just sent it in the last message. So, you know, on Messenger, right, you can just literally look at the last message, which was still unread. She would have had to click it to be able to see the message. This is why I say they're completely AI bots. I do not believe any human being could be that stupid. So this kept going on until finally I got told my Tomb Raider order had been cancelled. No reason given, no apologies, just it's cancelled. I wanted to do an unboxing for the channel as soon as it arrives. Totally shocking customer service. Now issue 2 is in regard to a pre-order. Believe me, I wish I had never pre-ordered, but I pre-ordered the Silent Hill 2 remake, the physical edition, which is supposed to come with the steelbook for pre-owned customers only. After the same issue about constant messages, no response for over a month, I was told the steelbook will be shipped to me And now on the same day, I'm being told it wasn't for every order, etc, etc. So basically, I'm not getting it. I'm gonna go for a refund. I'm literally on the phone right now to the bank as I consolidate my notes for this video. But immediately after, I will be putting in a refund, well, trying to get it through Game, which I don't expect is gonna help, because Game has broken the contract. I want my refund and Game can go fuck themselves. This is the worst company I've ever dealt with. No customer service whatsoever. They can't honour what they claim. They ignore customers. You may think I'm the only one. Well, here's the other people complaining for the exact same issue. Game.co.uk, fuck you. You have lost a very good customer who's made several purchases over the years, and it seems apparent to me you aren't able to handle the basic of duties, and you have zero respect for your customers. I hope you go bankrupt. It's no more than your company deserves. This is beyond disgusting. If I'm honest, please share this video far and wide in the hope to stop others going through the stress for absolutely no reason whatsoever. This company must be brought to justice, and if you're from the UK, please show this video to anyone you know who plays video games. Game.co.uk cannot be allowed to do this to anyone else. Thanks. Oh, I mentioned this earlier, but they cancelled my ticket without even responding with this faceless email. After all of this time, Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered. After all this time, no Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered game in my hand. No steelbook for Silent Hill 2 remake. I am pushing for a refund as we speak as I write the notes for this video. Unless my steelbook turns up, and they've already confirmed today it's not turning up. I will do what I can to make sure that Game.co.uk go broke. They are breaking the law, especially the Consumer Rights Act, which is there to safeguard us from these evil companies and their wicked practices. In short, every time you make a purchase from any store, a contract is created between you and the company. They must give you the product as described in the advertisement or listing. And there's a few more important terms which is way beyond the scope of the video. So I'm not going to ask you to like, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, I'm not even going to ask you to watch another video. What I am going to ask you to do is please share this as far and as wide as you possibly can. This ain't just about me, this is happening to people. You know, I've got a big mouth, I've got the balls and the capability to make these videos. In many different instances of my life, because I've had to fight loads of things and most people would just sit there and ignore it and hope things change. Well, I'm the type of person, I'm going to grab it by the fucking balls and tell it, do one. You know, I'm just the mouthpiece, so please share it as far and wide as you can. And all of these posts, I was communicating with people in the exact same boat as me. Because Game wasn't doing it. I mean, I didn't have any information, but at least so somebody knows that I'm here, I'm there. I mean, I'm going through the exact same thing as yourself. I'm right here, right now. And I asked everyone that felt disgruntled, and there was a lot of people disgruntled. I mean, the whole Facebook page from Game.co.uk is littered with negative press. Not once have I ever seen Game respond to them. I'm actually surprised Game.co.uk leave it on their Facebook page. But I asked everyone that was disgruntled if they'd like, and there's no pressure to this, I did say that to them, if they would like to come onto, the, you know, maybe send me a video or something or an audio, or even if they didn't feel comfortable, if they felt inclined, just to send me some text. I did say I was going to use some of the screenshots, but nobody came forward. However, there was one guy, I'm not going to mention his name, but I just want to say thank you for him because he's obviously understanding the severity of the situation. And I appreciate his support and the encouragement to make the video. I mean, I would have done it regardless, but it's still nice for somebody to say that. And if you read his comment, you can read it yourself. He has a very, very good point. You see, I'm an adult. All these people I assume are adult. But they're not only pissing off us adults, they're pissing off, disrespecting and upsetting children. I'm not a pops myself, but Even that resonates with me. Companies like game.co.uk need to be brought down. And I'm going to get my refund, and I urge you to do the same. And please tell me in the comments, tell me if you're going to try and get your refund. Because at the end of the day, game.co.uk broke the contract. Well, just imagine you somehow broke a contract. Would Game give you the little bit of breathing room? Don't take it. Get your money back. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your rights. Stop allowing companies like Game, Sony, and Xbox, and all these game developers to take the piss out of you. They hide behind faceless emails. They remove their phone number because they're too afraid to hear what the masses have got to say. It's easy to be sitting there behind a screen listening, but it's a little bit harder to hear it on a phone. It's even harder still to hear it when you're right there in front of it when it's coming at you. Game.co.uk purposely got rid of their phone number. They purposely changed their website because I think it's now the Fraser Group, I think they're called. They're owned by Sports Direct and Game. And I'm sorry, somebody I've done a lot of things in my life, but I'm going to tell you now, number one thing when you're copying a website is you copy the database, which has all of the customers' files on it. These are choices being made that strongly affect us as customers. And just like that, the guy that I was mentioning earlier, his kids are disappointed. Your kids might be disappointed. How many kids have got to be disappointed? It's bad enough for us as adults. But you try having to sit down with a kid and explain, oh, well, I'm sorry, games being funny. You know, I wouldn't want to have that conversation. Hopefully this video encourages people out there not only to share this as far as possible, also just to, you know, not be afraid, just to record something, create a YouTube channel, just put a video there. In fact, I'm going to create a Facebook group, right? And the link will be in the description. You know, all I can do is try and build unity amongst us all. If you buy anything from Game, and even if you haven't had issues, please, let's build a community. Please comment on here. If you've had any issues with Game, I want to hear them. Other people want to hear them. I put money on it. I can't speak for other people, but I definitely want to hear them. I read all of my comments. Just as I was about to close this group out and create the Facebook group I mentioned, I happened to need to get a couple more screenshots as evidence, and look what I find. Game.co.uk is at it again, causing more issues for customers as little as 5 hours ago. There's the screenshot. Please everyone, come over to the Facebook community. It's just my gaming channel, but hey, if you've got issues with Game or Xbox or PlayStation, just drop them in. We really do need unity and a community for us all as one umbrella. You know, these game companies, game.co.uk, man, don't suffer in silence. Let's get together and let's make things happen.